You ever heard of a nightmare disease that haunted ships during the Age of Discovery? That is, the period when the European nations began exploring the world? During this period, they discovered new routes and conquered the world's oceans, bringing immense wealth and knowledge to Europe. But all this came at a high price. Innumerable soldiers died of an unknown peculiar disease. The casualty counts were 3 times more than that of those that were killed in the American Civil War. This disease was scurvy. The journey lasted for months or more, and everyone on these ships were living mainly on preserved foods. Because preserved foods lack vitamins, it resulted in vitamin deficiencies, which eventually led to death. Now, the question is, how did they come up with a solution for this deadly scurvy? The problem of scurvy was solved by providing lemon juice, fresh fruit, and vegetables. Wondering, what is it about this lemon juice, fresh fruit, and vegetable that are so magical? It is vitamin C. So, in this session, we will be discussing in detail about vitamin C. Keep in mind, do not mix up citric acid in lemon or citrus fruits with vitamin C. Vitamin C is ascorbic acid, a water-soluble vitamin. Most animals can synthesize this ascorbic acid, but humans cannot. This is due to the lack of an enzyme called gluconolactone oxidase. If it's difficult to memorize, just divide the word gluco, no, lact, on, oxidase. Okay? Since we humans cannot synthesize vitamin C, we have a dietary requirement for vitamin C. So, the recommended daily allowance, that is, the RDA for vitamin C, is around 100 mg per day. To be precise, for adults, 19 years and older is 90 mg daily for men and 75 mg for women. For pregnancy and lactation, the amount increases to 85 mg and 120 mg daily respectively. Well, smoking can deplete vitamin C levels in the body, so an additional 35 mg beyond the RDA is suggested for smokers. So from where do we get this vitamin C? As we have already discussed in the story about the remedy for scurvy, the main source of vitamin C are citrus fruits like orange, kiwi, lemon, strawberries, tomatoes, potatoes, and leafy vegetables like cabbage and spinach. Animal tissue and dietary products are very poor sources of vitamin C. Think about it. If a lack of this vitamin C can result in the deadly disease known as scurvy, it must have a wide range of functions, right? With the help of a code, we can easily remember the functions of vitamin C. Hydroascorbate. Hydro stands for hydroxylation. Hydroxylation. From the name itself, hydroxyl is the process of introducing a hydroxyl group into an organic compound. This hydroxylation is one of the important functions of vitamin C. Vitamin C is essential for the hydroxylation of proline and lysine, adrenaline, steroids, cholesterol, etc. In the upcoming session, we will go over each one of them in greater detail. A of ascorbate stands for two things: antioxidant property and adrenaline synthesis. Vitamin C is an extremely potent antioxidant. They can strengthen or boost our body's immune system. They do so by protecting cells from harmful molecules called free radicals. Next is adrenaline synthesis. The adrenal gland is one of the organs in the body with the highest concentration of vitamin C. Surprisingly, both the adrenal cortex and the medulla accumulate high levels of ascorbate. Vitamin C participates in adrenaline synthesis by hydroxylation. S of ascorbate is for steroid synthesis. As previously stated, in addition to the medulla, the adrenal cortex stores a high concentration of vitamin C, and here it is involved in steroid hydroxylation reactions. C is for collagen synthesis and cataract prevention. Vitamin C is required for the formation of collagen. It converts proline and lysine to hydroxyproline and hydroxylysine by hydroxylation. These hydroxyproline and hydroxylysine are essential for collagen cross-linking, collagen strengthening, and stability. Since this vitamin C is required for normal collagen formation, it is also involved in bone and dentin formation as well as wound healing process. That is why, in the case of post-operative patients, vitamin C is also given as a supplement along with proteins to facilitate wound healing. Next is cataract prevention. The fluid inside the eye is normally high in vitamin C, which helps in preventing oxidation that leads to clouding of the eye lens or cataract. O and R stands for oxidation reduction reaction, which happens in the electron transport chain. B is for bone formation and bile acid formation. As previously stated, bone formation occurs sequentially with collagen formation. And for bile acid formation, vitamin C is required for the hydroxylation of cholesterol in bile acid synthesis. A and E. Vitamin C, being the strongest, spares vitamin A and E in their antioxidant function. T. Vitamin C is responsible for the conversion of tryptophan to 5-hydroxytryptophan through hydroxylation. This vitamin C is also essential for tyrosine metabolism. Well, both tyrosine and tryptophan are amino acids. So, vitamin C plays a role in amino acid metabolism as well. And apart from the above, vitamin C is involved in iron absorption. It converts ferric form to ferrous form and increases iron absorption from the intestine. It is also involved in hemoglobin metabolism as well. They help in the conversion of methemoglobin into hemoglobin. So here's a quick rundown of vitamin C's contribution. Boost immune system, helps in collagen formation and thereby bone formation, dentin formation and wound healing. Helps in the synthesis of adrenaline, noradrenaline and steroids, which are major stress hormones. Prevents cataract. Helps in bile acid synthesis by hydroxylation of cholesterol. Takes part in some amino acid metabolism. Promotes iron absorption and prevents anemia. Okay, now, it's very simple to understand the symptoms of scurvy. It is the exact opposite of vitamin C's function. Earlier symptoms are always fatigue and lethargy. If left untreated, they can cause myalgias, that is muscle pain, gum disease, bleeding and swollen gums, loosening of teeth, bleeding within the joints leading to edema, frequent nosebleeds, poor wound healing, and scorbutic rosary. These all symptoms can be due to defective collagen synthesis affecting collagen formation, bone formation, and wound healing. Further moving on, chances for cataracts are high in scurvy. The immune system will be weakened as a result of the lack of antioxidant properties. And there will be emotional changes also, since vitamin C deficiency alters the synthesis of major stress hormones. Finally, jaundice, neuropathy, fever, and eventually death. Mnemonic for this is shades: swollen and bleeding gums, hemorrhage, anemia, delayed wound healing, edema of the joints, scorbutic rosary. Okay, we have already discussed how to treat scurvy, right? Consume a diet that is rich in vitamin C or through vitamin C supplements. Now, is there a problem if one's vitamin C intake exceeds the recommended daily allowance? It can result in toxicity. Since vitamin C or ascorbic acid is water soluble, they are excreted through the kidney. The ascorbic acid gets metabolized into oxalic acid in the liver, and this oxalic acid will be excreted through the kidney. But if you eat lots of vitamin C, this can eventually lead to the formation of calcium oxalate or kidney stones. Toxicity of vitamin C can also cause iron toxicity by promoting iron absorption from the intestine.